it's time. So let's begin. Hello, everyone. Welcome to this yet another session. And I'm genuinely glad you guys are here because in this kind of a market, with all this noise, with all the buyers slowing down, with everyone saying, things are tough right now, realtors actually packing their bags and being in a pause moment, don't know what to do. You guys have chosen to be here with me. It tells me you're not satisfied just being another agent. It tells me that you're still hungry, you want to grow, and that hunger is very real because this is where actually the transformation begins. I believe that something very deeply about this business, especially as a realtor. It's not the smartest or the most experienced realtor that actually wins. It is the one who is willing to change the identity fast. Okay, the one who is willing to stop behaving like just an order taker and want to start operating like a consultant, like a specialist, because information is becoming cheaper every single day. Listings are everywhere, portals are there, not there. We're not able to create that attention that we were getting before. The only thing that still has real value in this market is clarity, real specialized advice, and clear direction for the clients. So let's be brutally honest. Just for a moment, right now, a lot of realtors are actually exhausted. They are tired. You're picking up calls, you're answering the same objections, same questions again and again. You're sending brochures, you're telling everything is fine, people are still going to buy, you are doing viewings, and still you're hearing the same lines again and again. Let me think, let me think, let me think about it, I'll get back to you later. Send me more options, we'll decide later. And some days you hang up the phone and you wonder, is it the market, is it the client, or is it just me? Because I'm doing almost everything right. Why is people not converting? Why are people still sitting on the sidelines? Why are leads also not coming through? So today's session is my answer to that, because I don't believe you are here just by accident. Something in you, some voice, some instinct told you to show up today to listen, and I want you to honor that decision. So for the next 45 minutes, I'm going to ask you to do something simple. Just close the other tabs, stay focused, put your phone away, and be fully present, because what we are going to cover today is not just about a script or a tactic. If you apply this, it will change the way clients see you and the way they listen to you and the way they decide with you. The theme for this webinar is very clear: from order taker to consultant. And I want you to really feel that difference. An order taker waits for the clients to decide, answer questions, send options, and then reacts. A consultant leads the process, asks better questions, filters options, and then give directions. So an order taker is seen as a salesperson, but a consultant is seen as an advisor, as a specialist, someone where people would put their life savings on. Okay. So in today's market, buyers don't follow agents, they follow advisors who give them confidence and clarity. So why should you pay attention today? Because if you keep showing up as an order taker in a consultant market, you will work harder every month and still feel less in control, and will lose and put leave a lot of money on the table. You can generate more leads, you can spend more on ads, or and even you can double down on your effort. But if the client still puts you in the seller box instead of the advisor box, you will always be fighting for the price, for your commissions, for the trust. Okay, so this session is about shifting that perception for you and probably give you an idea about how to shift that perception. And by the end of the today, you are going to see this exactly: why most realtors are losing deals, not because of leads, what specific behaviors make you look like an order taker even without realizing it, and how to upgrade your conversation, your follow up, and your recommendations so that clients start treating you as the person they rely on to make the right decisions, not just the person who opens the door. Okay, so for those of you who are new to my world, my name is Aanant Bisht. I've sold and managed deals in this market. I've closed over 96 million worth of real estate in 14 months in 2018 and made over 2.4 million dirhams in commission. I was absolutely new to this market. It was a slow market. It was the buyer's market, what we are seeing today. I made this money not because I turned my attention on just getting the leads and closing, but I turned my attention in understanding what is the way, what is the identity which closes the highest deals so that I can reach my commissions in the fastest possible manner. So I really believe in this one quote that rich people focus and poor people dabble. So I don't want you to dabble. I want you to pay attention. So here's my request for this session. Just be honest with yourself. Type in the chat, focus, and I'm here with you. I'll walk you through what I have to share with you. This is what my structure looks like. I'm just going to walk you through this. By the end of the session today, I've also kept a short visualization for people just so that you can condition your subconscious mind with me for a short 5 minute visualization. So if you are into understanding and upgrading your inner world as well, stay till the end. Okay, I will be having a Q&A session after that, and we will be discussing what all we can do as a realtor, and we'll be taking live questions from you. Okay, so this is about me, and I'm just going to move forward. So just want a quick update from you guys. This is the focus here. If you've done more than 5 webinars, I just want to give you guys a shout out. Thank you, Adnan. So that I know who's here, who's been there. Someone who's guys are new here, please write new, just so that I know. Nitish new. Okay, Nitish, welcome. Rizwan. Okay, Rehma. Okay, hi. Hi, Bhavesh. Okay, you guys are new. Zohar new, more than 5. Okay, thank you, Mohammed. New. Okay, so couple of new people here. Okay, Suchita, welcome. Lalit. Hi, Lalit. Girish 3 plus. Hi, Girish. I hope you're well. Repent 15 plus. Awesome. Kavita. So there is a reaction button at the bottom. Okay, if something resonates with you, if something feels that okay, this was an aha moment, I would like to take it. If you participate, it just goes deeper for you because you understand it better, and it also helps me know, how we are getting an engagement in this webinar so that I can focus more there. Okay, so thank you so much for your participation, and I want to take you straight away and I want to make you understand why most realtors are losing deals today. See, the current reality for majority of the people is you are not you're not understanding that this market has already shifted from a seller market to a buyer market. The way things were happening before the first or 28th of February, okay, they are not happening anymore. That is the reason everything has gone into a pause structure. So with the current reality, if you're going to keep having the identity, the mindset of someone who was before this war broke out, then you will not be able to understand the market pulse and you're going to burn out. So the current reality for majority of the order takers, that's why I put the word order takers here, is because they are waiting for the leads to come. They are focusing only on property features. Okay, they are reacting to the client's question, how's the market is good, and they are going to be easily replaced because they are not becoming a specialist. But what the market expectation is today, you need to become educators, educate clients before you sell them. You need to understand buyers need more deeply. Okay, you have to guide their decision with insight. You need to know what they're actually thinking, what is the reason why they're even inquiring in this buyers market. Why, when the noise has disappeared, when the bombs are flying in the air, why are people still inquiring? What is the real pain for them? And if you don't understand and educate your clients here, you are just going to create and be in a loop, and you will not be able to sell them. So I don't want you to be an order taker here. I want you guys to understand, to be consultants, someone who understand what the market is today and who can position themselves as a go-to advisor, because the market no longer rewards information now. Market only rewards people who can give them specific advice. Okay, so this is what the market is happening. But before we move forward, I want you guys to understand. Okay, this slide probably will give you guys a little bit of understanding about how many Dubai realtors still want to make a million dirham plus in 2026. Come on, yeah, guys. See who's see here. I've actually stopped believing it's possible now. Okay, awesome. I think we all want to be millionaires. Absolutely. Thank you, Rehma, for sharing. Bilal. Okay. See, this is the reason why we are in real estate. I want you guys to get honest with it. Okay. Because at the end of the day, if you don't understand that you want, why are you here in this market, you will never be able to make the money that you want. Because if you have thought about making a million dirhams, you need to also know how are you going to go about it, what is the strategy going to be, and if you're going to be an order taker, if you are going to be someone who's just going to talk in the market like how you used to talk in February and January and December last year, it is not just going to happen. Okay, so thank you guys for being honest, but I'm sure there are some of you who have probably made up their mind that I've actually stopped believing it's possible kind of a mindset. Because when deals are not happening, when everybody's going on a freeze, when everybody's thinking that things are not going to move, this actually happens. Because I have walked through this journey. I've personally been in empty sales centers where in the afternoon sun nobody's visiting. People are saying we'll visit Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and when that Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday comes, nobody actually gets there, and then it demotivates you. It puts you out of the perspective that am I even doing the right thing? Am I even being in the right place? Because what I learned is one thing very clear, that in life you don't get what you want or what you desire. In life you get what you can tolerate. If you can tolerate to be mediocre, you will be mediocre. If you will tolerate that, okay, I have an excuse, you will have an excuse. So I want you guys to understand this, that it's never been easier to make money and it's never been easier to get distracted. You need to focus today. You need to learn new way of thinking. You need to understand that there is a difference between a buyer's market and a seller's market. You need to understand that things have already changed. And if you don't change and adapt, you will not be able to leverage yourself the way you can. Because people who struggle, so this is my understanding, people who struggle financially talk to less people, talk to less strangers forever. We are talking amongst ourselves. We need to be going out creating noise. We need to create that buzz. We need to talk. We need to put ourselves out there. But that does not happen in a buyer's market, because people are not willing to listen. People don't know how to talk to you. You don't know exactly what to tell them. You can't say, sir, buy this, it's going to get sold out. Nobody's going to believe this. This is all old news now. It's all gone. Money is freedom. How many of you guys believe money is freedom? Yes, no? Me. Okay, money is freedom,
Yes,
right?
yes.
But freedom is not free. You have to work on yourself. You have to change yourself. You have to think differently. Million dirhams is just 10 deals away of 100,000 dirhams. 5 deals away of 200,000 dirham commission, or probably 20 deals away of 50,000 dirham commission. But you need to understand that if you still want to make that money, you need to go with that belief: A, I'm here for a reason. My family depends on me. I depend on myself. And I will not tolerate to be mediocre, because that is the starting point. I can tell you everything, but if that hunger is not there, if that structure is not there, if that position is not there mentally for yourself, that you want to do it, you're hungry enough, you will not be able to do it. If one thing fails, you'll not come up with the other thing. You'll keep procrastinating. No, I don't want to do this. No, I can't learn this. No, I'll listen to it again. No, this reel is more important than the future and the investment that I will do in learning and upgrading my skill set. That is not how things are going to change. So guys, just want to give you a shout out, all of those guys who are here. First of all, just pat yourself, because you want to learn, you want to grow, and I'm here to actually help you guys to take it to the next level. Market is tough. But if you learn the skill set, if you have the right mindset, it is not tough. You will realize in 2026 end that this was one of the best markets to be in, to make the most money, because the realtors who are actually just creating noise and giving cashbacks and working on a seller agency because everybody else was selling have left that market. So this is the time I want you guys to focus. I have personally walked through this journey. I have made the money. I have coached people who did not believe that they can make 200, 500, a million dirhams a year, have taken bigger commissions home. It's because when you shift inside, everything shifts. So that is why we will do a visualization in the end. But I wanted to first get few things which are important enough. All right. So let's move forward. Okay. It's not just about more leads, it's about more trust. The real problem is most realtors are only focusing, I'm not getting a lead today. Or I don't know what to tell them. They're asking the same questions. But today's buyers are already informed. So that's why they're not just creating new leads. They don't want to give an advertisement and buy a property of, start your investment in Dubai with 300,000 dirhams. Those are dead ads now. They don't work. People basically who are looking to really invest, they are looking for someone whom they can trust. Leads stall, conversations die, and deals will vanish if you cannot create trust with your clients. So stop chasing new leads, start becoming the authority they trust. I can't emphasize the fact enough that this is the best time for you guys to learn how to become a specialist in an area with a developer. You just need to do 10 deals, guys. I want to ask you a very simple question. If you do 10 deals with MR, can you do 10 deals with MR in 2026? Can you do 10 deals with Shobha? Can you do 10 deals in Miras? Can you do 10 deals in, downtown, Business Bay, Jeddah? I don't know. The list is huge. It's just a matter of 10 deals. From now till December, a million dirham is yes. 10 deals, guys, 10 deals. But those 10 deals will come with trust. Why should I do a deal with you? Why is your pitch not different than anybody else's pitch? How is that shift which I can see as a prospect between you and 1,000 other agents selling the same thing? That is where the consultant mindset comes in, because you start changing things. Okay. I'll just give you a reality check. Are you putting in more effort but seeing fewer deals? If yes, you are not alone. Many realtors today are spending more time on calls and follow up, showing more properties than before, trying even harder, much harder to convince clients. But they are still experiencing slower decision making process, more drop offs, and lower conversions. And when this is happening, this is not the effort problem only. I'm sure there is an effort problem and mindset problem, but it's a market shift problem basically. That is the biggest story. Buyers haven't disappeared, their expectations have changed. Would you guys agree to this? Now the buyers expect something totally different than they were expecting in January. They are not in that same mindset, but they have not disappeared. Their expectations have changed. They are taking more time to decide because their expectations are not getting met because of the uncertainty. They are trusting fewer realtors, fewer people, and they are choosing advisors over sellers. Now, if I am selling everything, hey Anand, what do you do? I'm a realtor in Dubai. Okay, what do you sell? I sell everything. What do you want to buy? I don't know. What do you think I should buy? Everything is good. Market is amazing. Like, how am I sounding with respect to everybody else? Versus me talking about specialization as, listen, I don't want to buy what you're selling. That's fine. But I'm a specialist here. Why would you not? Just if I may ask you, what exactly are you looking to buy? And why not this? If you're anyways looking to buy, why not? Why don't you look at this? The way you talk, the specialization, the structuring, the asking questions, everything will change, because the buyers have not disappeared. You need to understand the criteria and value. When effort increases but results drop, it means the approach needs to change, because the market didn't crash, it matured. It's not that you're getting properties at 50% minus on the in the marketplace. You can get one or two, but that's not the entirety of the whole market. The old way buyers needed you for information. Today, the buyers have the data. Now they have the analysis paralysis problem because there is no, the inventory is not moving fast enough. So they are saying, okay, can I look at acres? Can I look at Palm Jebel Ali? Can I look at OSs? Can I look at another 5 more options? So what's happening? You are just in that waiting limbo. And it's taking more and more and more and more time to do the same things what you were able to do before. Would you guys agree? We are all facing this every day. So what do we do? So we need to understand the problem. Reactive real estate is dead. If you are only waiting for the client to pick a favorite, showing houses or off plan without a strategy and following the client's lead, then you aren't an advisor. You are basically taking their orders. I want to see this. Okay, I'll show you this. Hey Anand, can we just go to have a look at District 1? I think, one of my friend told me that's also a good place, Let's have a look there. Yeah, sure, I'll pick you up. Gone, khalas, my time is gone. You aren't an advisor. You are an order taker like this. So too much choice leads to confusion. Confusion leads to let me think about it. This is the real problem. Are you a search engine or a consultant? You need to ask this. When a client asks for options, do you just hit forward on a list? Like more listings is equal to more noise. More noise is equal to no sale. So the upgrade is don't just send listings, filter them. Tell them why 3 properties work and why 7 don't. How will you be able to do it? When you know how to ask tough questions. The problem in this market is many people don't even have the courage to ask the questions thinking that the buyer will run away. Oh, I've got a lead. He's asking me 3 questions. How much is it for? What is the payment plan? Okay. How much money do I need to pay upfront? If the buyer asks you these 3 questions, khalas, he's a buyer. We're not even asking them questions. We'll just take the keys, say, where can I pick you up and where can I show you the property? We are not asking questions. Where is your courage, guys? You'll just waste time otherwise. You need to ask questions to qualify your clients. Stop sending data. Ask questions. So first shift 1 is identity shift. So order taker versus consultant. An order taker waits for client to decide, reacts to questions and requests, and shows options without direction. So a consultant understands the client's goals first, filters and recommends the best options, guides the clients towards a decision. So order takers follow the process, consultants lead the process. In today's market, clients don't follow agents. They follow people who give them clarity and direction. And let's take a case study first. Okay. I'm going to tell you how we can do this better. Okay. Situation, you've shown a buyer 3 properties. They seem excited, but now they haven't responded to your text for 4 days. Okay. Hustle. Send a check-in text or tell them another buyer is interested and create urgency. Option 2, the value. Understand the pain, send a brief market update or a specific insight on one of the properties they saw, which solves their criteria and value. What do you guys do? Just to understand, 1 or 2? 2, awesome. Hey Peter, how are you? Okay. 2, okay, awesome. Thank you for, okay. See guys, it's not a matter of just putting 2. Majority of the people are still doing the one thing. They're still checking in. They're still not asking questions. Because see, what's happening is that we feel that, oh, let's tell them now, what they're asking. Let's give it to them. We fall into we are nice people. We feel I don't want to do that. We've all been there. We say, okay, what is he asking? How much can I get the acres for? Like, okay, what units are you looking for? I'm looking for 4 and a 5 bedroom. Okay, you can get for this price. Khalas, the client is going to ghost you guys now. The buyer's market is a very different market. Here, the realtors who are going to ask the hardest questions are going to win this game. I can't emphasize the fact enough. It's not a matter of hard questions. The matter is pain goes into multiple layers. There is a reason why they're inquiring. There is a reason they have a specific criteria and value because of which they would want to take the decision forward. Without knowing their criteria and value, if you pitch the property, you will be ghosted. Period. And how do you ask for criteria and value? Anyone who wants to answer this? How do you ask the criteria and value?
So actually, what I have been doing
Yeah.
instead of asking the checking in thing, I'm also
Mm-hmm.
continuously keeping a track of DXB Interact to check
Okay.
the recent transactions which are happening. And
Excellent.
then, like if a particular transaction is above what we are negotiating for, I'm, sending them that report and then saying that, let's have a call further to discuss what may be stopping you from or delaying you from the decision. Because that's a good way to at least, initiate the client and warm him up to talk.
Excellent. But Adnan, the question is not this, what we are doing later on. The question is about us getting the extreme clarity about why are they buying the property or why are
Okay.
they inquiring. Here, where this is the first part where majority people lose the whole steam. This is your fuel. You are trying to fly a plane without the fuel. The fuel is their criteria and value.
Hmm.
I can give them 1,000 options, but I don't know if that option is going to make sense for them.
Right.
So the way you ask questions is, if somebody inquires, the first thing you should do, don't answer all questions like the way they ask the questions. Ask the questions by giving one answer and then ask a leading question. Answer a question with a question. Hey, thank you so much, Adnan, for having a interest in the acres, whatever you're pitching. Just wanted to understand, like, what made you inquire for acres. Is there something that you you're familiar with, or something in specific that you're looking for, just to understand you better? Hey, Adnan, thank you so much. Yeah, I've already seen acres. I know acres. What is the price we can get? This is how people talk. What is the price I can get? So basically, yeah. See, prices are right now going for different projects. Like acres one is different, acres two is different. But like, what exactly are you interested in? Like, is this an investment you are doing for yourself, or for you to move in here, or is are you an invest? Are you looking for a property to stay in yourself, or is it just an investment? So you start qualifying your client. You start asking them questions. The moment you ask questions and you go deeper, what is their specific criteria and value? That is the nail. That is the fuel. Guys, if you get this correct now, I'm telling you, your client ghosting will become half, because 90% of the agents will not do this. And people, you feel that probably you might offend people, but actually people like to talk if they really are in the market. If they are not in the market, they are anyways not going to answer. It's better that they hang up now rather they hang up after 6 months or 6 weeks of wasting my time. Does it make
Yeah,
sense for you
but
guys? Yeah.
that makes perfect sense. But the situation is like, for example, for me, yeah, there's like a client who inquired. He wants to buy 5 apartments. We've chosen 3 out of the 5 apartments, and then all of a sudden he just disappears.
Yeah.
His wife is answering me. She's not. They're not replying to our messages in the group. We're sending them market updates. We're telling them the new metro has been launched. How about we select the other 2 units? If you want my CEO to come and take a look and will, and advise you on the other 2 units that are left over. He hasn't submitted his passport. He hasn't made a booking, and just pure silence. Like, what would you even do on that? There's literally a monologue of messages at that point in time in that chat.
Yeah. So see, can I know your name, please?
Yeah,
Yev.
absolutely. My name is Yev. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So Yev, see what's happening is, we really don't know whether this guy is a real buyer or not. If I have to inquire of a property today, and I really want to get an understanding, I want to buy 5 or I want to buy 10 units. That doesn't make any sense. Okay, I can speak any number and I can make the agent interested so that I get all the information about what's actually happening. Okay, the smart agent will do is he will also qualify the client. All my structure is we'll take your question and answer. I'll answer those questions for you, just so that we go through this whole presentation and we are able to get some value out of it. But what I would suggest you, first thing, ask deeper questions. When would you like to make a purchase? And if they're ghosting you, some people will ghost you. They're just here to just check what's happening in the market. They really don't want to buy. Probably he's an agent posing as a buyer, just to know what's happening in the marketplace or what you are
Uh,
selling
that
specifically.
that definitely not the case. We went to the
Seriously.
showroom, then we went to the plot.
Mhm.
And this guy is like 350% not an agent. He's
Okay.
definitely interested in this because we've provided him with data. He asked all of these correct questions
Okay.
in order to kind of prompt me to believe that this is like
And
this
why
guy
did
is
they
serious.
just to understand you better, like what is the reason for them to buy 5 rather than 1? And specifically in this market when the
Um,
government.
a bulk deal investment, great project, and it's just that they would be getting value out of it. It's like a guaranteed fact that it's going to make them money.
Okay, it's a guaranteed fact that they are
we
going to
were,
make
we
money.
were looking at ROIs and stuff like that, yeah.
Okay. And like, what are the other projects they have seen, similar projects, and why did they not buy
uh,
that projects?
we've only pitched them a single project because we were focusing on this specific developer, and we were able to get them bulk discounts, cash discounts, DLD waivers. It's just a really nice juicy package with this developer.
Excellent. So did you ask them that they are in touch with other realtors and have they seen other projects?
No, we haven't asked that at all.
See, these are the questions. I'm just giving you some idea. You can ask them question. Don't think your client is going to run away. Okay, this is where how you qualify. And when they say, yeah, we've already seen some projects. Okay, like, why would you? What did you like in that project and what did you not like in that project? See, what's happening, the buyer has options today. The In the seller's market, the buyer did not have options. The market is shifted. We Probably he's talking to some other agent as well. Probably they have got a different deal as well. Probably having the courage to come up to you and say no right now because they are in the process of finalizing the deal, and if that doesn't go through, they can still come back to you. They are still pausing and ghosting you for some time. So there can be multiple options. I'm just assuming, Gabe, I don't know your client personally. Okay, but I'm just giving you the market assumptions. What is my experience in the marketplace? Sounds fair?
Yes, thank you so much.
Yeah. All right. So the whole idea is about understanding how to ask more questions so that we qualify the client. Okay. And why this justification is there? Because urgency will kill trust. If they aren't ready, like, fake pressure makes them retreat further. Silence is equal to confusion. So usually clients stop responding because they are overwhelmed, not because they aren't interested. They say they're getting these inbounds from so many people. Okay, the goal is you need to understand their pain, like why 5, what exactly, just so that I understand you better. What is the reason? You go through all the echoing, understanding, building that rapport, building that trust, understanding the specific criteria and value. Okay, what are the timelines they're looking to cash that value? Okay, depending on client to client and the pain you want to go further. Because the market is dynamics is very uncertain right now. We don't know whether the market is which side the market is going to move. And as realtors, we should not be predicting things that don't worry, it's going to be fine, it's just 2 months, it's going to be everything is going to, we don't know. Why would we even say this? The buyer who's going to put millions, they have already have a certain criteria and value, that there is a reason why they're looking at Dubai marketplace. Let's give them certainty. For people who are working in the secondary market, let's give them certainty. If they want to sell, I don't know, if you need, I can help you sell better. Because the goal is to understand their pain, show a new insight. This way you can show you are still working for them, not chasing a commission, and ask them relevant questions. Okay, so the perception test: are you a seller or an advisor? Seller has met with skepticism, price haggling, and they are slow in building trust. Advisors are met with respect, followed advice, and faster decisions. Why? Because you become a specialist, you become a go to agent, you become the go to person. And shifting from selling bricks and mortar to advising on wealth and lifestyle, that is the difference. So there are many ways how we can do this. I'll be covering few of them. The skill set shift. See, from closing fast to building conviction in a cautious market, hard closing tactics create resistance. Like old skill was creating artificial urgency. We've sold this whole floor. There are only few units left. Let me know. Otherwise, going to be sold. And it was true to an extent. But right now, it will not work. Here, we are talking about deeper conviction, where you're telling them, see, Mr. Prospect, I understand, we've already seen Imar, you've already seen Shobha, you've already seen, but I feel that Ellington is the place because it matches your specific sense of good aesthetics, having a good vibe where you would want to stay in the apartment yourself. We've already seen how they have performed right from JBC, where they came up with their first Belgravia project, and how they have positioned themselves. The quality is amazing. The way they are going to, so we are talking more on conviction. We are educating. People don't buy when they are rushed. They buy when they are certain, especially in this market. This is what we are doing. So here we are not getting into pressure. We are getting more with respect to our explanation. I need to think about it. When a client delays, most agents push harder. This kills trust. But pressure is equal to what? Focuses on agents' needs to close rather than focusing on the client's need to understand, so that it becomes unreasonable for them to say no, because everything is met. Why would they not move forward? A delay is rarely a no. It's a I don't have enough information to be brave yet. Do you guys agree to this? Uruj, I'm going to take your question. Nitish, I am going to take this question again. What you've just asked, okay? Because I think there's a lot of value in this question. I would like to answer it in my way, and then you can be the decider. How would you want to take it? Okay. Uh,
Okay, thank you so much, Mr. Anand. Hello.
yeah. Yeah. So it's the part is the information is missing. We are not going deeper to qualify. If you're getting a lead, don't be scared, guys. Ask them, are you in touch with another agent? Have you seen other projects in Dubai? What did you like about them? Even if you don't want to ask them starting, you can ask them once you're in the sales center. You're showing them a property just to understand you better. Ask them with a softener. I hope you guys know what softeners are. It just bypasses their conscious mind. It just goes deep in. It's like, if I may ask you, subconsciously you've already said yes. I just have to ask the question now. They will give you the answer. It's better they open up now versus you chasing them and following up with them. Okay. So this is what we need to do. We need to start moving differently. The communication shift has to shift from creating fear versus being logical. The FOMO trap, fear of missing out. This is the last unit. Hurry, creates anxiety. It's done. Typical seller market won't work now. The clarity framework is what is going to get you ROI. So for example, based on your ROI, Mr. Prospect, and identifying the right opportunity, this property can outperform the market by almost 12%. It creates confidence. Why would it perform? These are the facts. So you just have to start looking at situations and start understanding. So for example, it's another case study. A new lead says, I'm looking in this area. Just email me all the listings you have between 800,000 to a million dirham. Or for an off-plan guy, I'm looking to buy an off-plan unit. Can you just send me all the units that you have between 1 to 3 million? I just want to have a look. Can you just share me the questions or the brochures? So what is your immediate step? What do you guys do? Do you set them on a search for the criteria immediately, or you send them brochures as point A, or you reply by asking, before I flood your inbox or your WhatsApp, what are the three things or what are the one thing that you are looking for? See, the way you ask questions is going to change everything. What are the things that will definitely not work for you in the house? What are the three things that you're going to reject the house for? What are the three things that it is absolutely a no for you, just so that I understand you better, so that I don't waste your time? Guys, what's wrong in this question? People are only asking questions. We cannot please people and sell them in this market. That market is done. So see, we are not drowning the client. Anyone can send a list. A consultant saves the client's time by filtering the list, filtering the brochures, filtering the developer, filtering the property based on what they're looking for. Authority building: by asking deal breaker questions, you show you care about the specific needs, not just search parameters. The goal is you move from being a search engine to being a strategic partner. And then comes the follow up myth. Most agents stop at 3 check-ins. In this market, after 5, that's where the sale, trust, rapport starts building up. Bad follow-up, just checking in to see if you've decided. Pro follow-up, I saw an update on UA official DXB. Interact like how Adnan shared. This is absolutely, Adnan, what you're doing is absolutely right. But that's a follow-up strategy. That is not the inbound strategy of qualification. That's a follow-up strategy. So don't just remind them you exist. Remind them, why are you so valuable? Because you know the data. Okay. So how's the new sales process shifted? How many of you agree to this now? All right. Thank you, guys. Okay. So the new way we need to educate, we need to build trust, and we will get the validation. Earlier, it was lead, viewing, and then try to close. Okay. Jasween, you've asked, what if the buyer starts with negotiation after seeing the listing? What should be our reply? I'm going to answer this question. Stay till the end. We're going to take these questions. Please keep these questions because many people would want to have an answer to this question. But let me just go through this. Okay. So the part is changing. Closing isn't a move you make at the end. It's a natural result of the trust you build at the beginning. Sometimes, how many of you have already experienced, if you really build rapport with a client, you don't even have to ask for the sale. They themselves say, okay, how can we get this unit? What needs to happen so that I can get this property now? What do you think is can you walk me through the process? How can we have this? Thank you for sharing this. Yes, been there. Exactly. This is what it is. This is that time of building that trust. They are looking for something. They have a different reason to look for it. You just have to. Thank you, Suchita, for sharing this. I've been there 2 days ago. Absolutely. You just have to be there. Buyers are there, but they are with their specific criteria and value. You need to match that. Okay. The price objection. A client loves a property but says the market feels shaky. I want to wait 6 months to see if the price drops further. Common question. Okay. How do we respond to it? Okay. We can agree that the market is uncertain and offer a follow-up in a few months, or we can acknowledge the fear, then show a cost of waiting analysis. How many of you have a cost of waiting analysis ready with them? Like history of Dubai, appreciation, last market cycle, real case study, how many tourists came in, how many people were coming in 2025, how many expats were coming in daily, what was the reason these expats came in, how Dubai has engineered itself to be going from unknown to be unrivaled. How did it go from that position where people did not know what Dubai is to where Dubai is today? If you don't know all these structures, if you don't have the data, like what does 19 million tourists mean in 2025? That means 50,000 people per day. I mean, like, you need to make data big. Where did these 50,000 people come? There was COVID happening. That time they didn't have that population. There was 2014, they did not have that population. How did this happen? Like Adnan was just sharing some time back, more units are getting handed over in a year's time. There's a lot of pressure for the sellers right now because the payment demand is going to come in, and many people who were thinking that they're going to ride the wave of a new market where they can actually take that jump, they are not seeing it anymore. So they are willing to cash out as much as they can with the current market. How do you structure yourself there? So this is where you need to become clear, understanding what is their reason for doing it. Everyone can have a different reason. Somebody's are buying, some people are not buying. What is their reason? There is no one answer to this. The answer will depend on the questions you ask. I know I'm repeating myself, but I want to repeat myself because rich people focus, poor people dabble. I don't want you guys to dabble by doing too much, but don't do the main thing. Focus, ask questions. Thanks, Ripin. Okay, so this is what the structure looks like. I want you to understand that the goal is you aren't convincing them to buy, you are helping them to make a mathematically sound decision. That why should you do it? By giving them options of why forex is changing, how is AED pegged to dirham changes. If you were in Pakistan, you would have lost 50% of the ROI. In India, you would have lost 30% money in just last 6 months, even without no war there. I mean, like only because the currency is getting appreciated. I mean, like you can do so much, but you need to know their criterion value. Okay, so the relationship test: random follow-up versus structured systems. The situation: you have a lead who wants hot, who was hot 3 weeks ago, but now has gone quiet. Okay, you have no specific property to show them today. Okay, how do you stay on their radar without being annoying? They ask for a property, they say we don't have it. What do you do? These are the typical people who are coming in, who are saying, I want to buy XYZ property, exactly market updates, XYZ property at 30% minus. You don't have that property. What do? Market updates. You need to keep giving them authority checks. DXB Interact is a great platform. Other data is great platform. UAE news, every news is for you. Every news can be for you. Don't get consumed by the news. Consume it and use it for your advantage. Don't glorify leaders in the world. They keep talking nonsense. Many of them, they keep going back and forth. What do you think they are? They don't understand what they are doing. They very well know how to create their attention. And they keep talking, everything is over, everything is over. Is it over? But we think one time we have said this, we cannot do it again. They are not interested. They have told me, come on, guys. Market updates. We need to closely give the market updates, build a reason why they are looking for is little unreasonable in the marketplace. If it is so, if they give you a commitment of a promise that, see, I want to pick the right unit at the right price and I want to take the advantage of the market, ask them, what do you think is the right price? Questions again. Once they agree to the questions, ask them for a 10% check. Okay, Mr. Prospect, I'm happy to work with you and I'm a specialist in this area, in this domain, and I will get you a unit, but I need something to show up for so that I know that you are just not noise and you are real, because it's not me, it is the sellers who needs this assurance. Is it okay if you can give me even a photocopy check or a screenshot of a check where you say, okay, I'm going to move forward? The moment you start asking questions and you have it, now you are more certain. The client will not give you the check till the time you are not certain. And if they do, then it's real work for you. Go out in the marketplace, do whatever it takes. Go back to the same script. How many of you really want to make a million dirham? What is it, an excuse? Because in life, you don't get what you want or desire. Again, I'm repeating myself. You get what you tolerate. What are you going to tolerate? So this is where the change is. So I want you to get that mindset very clear, that from confidence to resilience. In a booming market, confidence is easy because everyone is buying. In a shifting market, you need resilience. You need that mindset to take you forward, to wake up in the morning, even though things have not worked out, because you have a process, you are consistent. Like the old mindset would be, I'm good because I closed 5 deals this month or 3 deals this month, or I had a one big deal. That was market dependent. But the new mindset right now should be, I'm good because my process is consistent regarding of the closing date or closings that I've done. Because if you keep doing that, you will get the results. Majority of the realtors don't want to put an effort in building their systems. They will put more effort taking a flight from here to anywhere in the world if the client just gives them a little bit of expression of interest that yes, I want to close. Or they are willing to take them around the whole of Dubai, become a tourist, but will not work on themselves, on building a process. So I want to give you guys a shout out that please, please stop thinking that only sales are reflection to how good you are. Burger, McDonald's doesn't sell the best burgers, but because it is available everywhere, we buy it. You guys need to show up in your own systems that you have built up. If you are doing that correctly, don't worry, the sales is a byproduct. I was doing 300 calls a day. For a whole month, I called. My phone data got filled with people. I had, I used to fix up 15, 15, 20, 20, 25, sales visit a week. 2 or 3 people would used to show up and said, Anand, because you called up so many times, I came. Genuinely telling you guys. But I learned a lot. I built trust. These people closed when the market started going up. It was a whole system of follow-up processes, emailing, structuring. It just works. I want you guys to become resilient in this time. This is your story, guys. Don't give it to anybody else. I don't want you to, think that this market is a place where you cannot make money because you audit your last lost deal. Think of the last deal that slipped away. Be honest. Did you see yourself as a guide or a salesperson? Did you actually provide clarity or just options? Come on, guys. Was your follow up valuable or just persistent? Hey, what did you decide? Please tell me. Come on. Bye, bye, bye. Or hey, what do you think? Come on, guys. We need to become the consultants, the specialist here. If you want to change the mirror that you look into, don't break the mirror. Change yourself, the mirror will change. This market is a reflection of your success. The success that you have in life is a reflection of your inner alignment with your goals. And for that, you need to really ask tough questions to yourself as well. Are you doing the best you can? Is there opportunity in the market today to make $1 million? How many of you want to answer this question? Is there an opportunity to make $1 million in this market this year?
I believe there is. It's just that you have to align your own internal energy that you can do it.
Thank you so much, Suchita, for sharing this. Absolutely. Then why are you not making that money? What is stopping you from doing what is required to be done? Are you doing enough? Why not? These are the questions that we need to ask. That's a mirror, that's a reflection. Like, why are we wasting time on things which are not going to? So I would go very deep. I would go, in fact, very, very deep. We have 60,000 thoughts a day. I learned this very early, not very early, but yeah, sometime back. Okay. Every thought can be looked into two parts. One, either it can be an expense, or B, it can be an investment. If it is an expense whiling away, it's lost. I'll never get a return on it. But if it is an investment, I will get a return sometime in the future. But I must invest it. My thoughts are way I'm thinking. Am I learning my skills? Am I getting better today? Am I doing something which is an investment, or am I spending my time? Is it an expenditure? Your success will depend on only these factors. This is your mirror. If you don't align this correctly, I'm telling you guys, when I started closing people on the phone, where I closed a deal, I sold a golf place, 6.5 million on the phone, made 7% commission from MR, more than 400,000 dirhams commission on the phone, never met the guy. Just pure persistence, pure persistence. Downtown Views 2 unit, that guy had already bought, never intended to buy. It's the inner alignment. But it comes with strategy, mindset, understanding, becoming a specialist, giving reasons, him creating a trust on you so that you, but that is all an investment in yourself. You guys are investing today to be in this webinar, to learn a new skill. It's an investment. So if it is an investment, I want you guys to be repaid over and over again for this. So I want you guys to learn from it. Okay. So avoid this. So the 6 month vision, who wins the future? The market isn't going back to easy, it's staying smart. Okay. People who are going to struggle are going to depend on only leads. I'm not getting enough leads. They will compete on price and speed, and they'll just react to the market and the news. But the consultants are going to thrive because they can build a process. They will deepen their relationships with their clients. Even the prospects who are not buying, they will keep them on a hook, and they will exactly know their criteria and value. It's okay they're not buying today, but if you have done your consistent work today, they will buy. And if they will buy, they will buy from you. You should have that confidence. And if you have that confidence, they will buy in a place where you suggest them, not anywhere in Dubai. And that place is going to be where you choose to be a specialist, you choose to be an expert, not anywhere else. So you will work with authority, leads, you lead the client with mindset, belief, and strategy. The prediction: in 6 months, the agents with the best systems, not the most leads, will win the most in this market. This is that time to go all in. Guys, I'm telling you, you don't be scared. People will not leave Dubai. They are going to come back to Dubai. More people are going to come in. Dubai knows they have engineered 19 million people to come in this desert. They will ensure that again 19 million tourism is hit as things are going to settle. It can take a year or five, but it will happen. And if it happens, I want you guys to be there, and you will be able to take the leverage, provided you are investing yourself today. So have that vision, have that focus. Okay. And having said that, I want you to become a realtor who creates, who wins by educating, have a simplified version of creating confusion for your clients, guides the clients properly, don't just push them, really advise them, and like it'll become the next logical step for them to do. Okay, so stop chasing the transaction, start building from authority. When the trust is high, the close is automatic. Okay, so this is what we would be doing. I would want you guys, if you are game, I would like you guys to participate with me in a 5 minute quick visualization that I would want you guys to do. Okay, just so that we are able to condition our mind. How many of you guys are in for it? Okay, so this is something that I don't do normally, but I would want all of you guys to go with me through this, just so that we know what is our future version of it. Because in our life, we only think things in two ways: either we think in the past or we think in the future. But 99% of the people walk into the future thinking about what they did in their past. So their future is only a reflection of their past. We want to put a pause to it today, for now, at least for next 5 minutes, and we want to go into the future, visualize ourselves how we want to do this, so that when we come back, we are able to create the future from the way we want it to be, not from what it was in the past. All right, so guys, I would like you to just close your eyes and just have this 5 minute experience with me. Just putting a light music just for you guys to just visualize and just see. Okay, just relax your hands and take a deep breath in and exhale. Just one more time. Take a slow deep breath in way up to the top and hold your breath and exhale and relax. One more time. And as you exhale this time, remove all the tension from your shoulders, from your body, from your legs, and just relax. And just focus on my voice. If anything disturbs you during this time, just focus more on my voice and you'll go deeper and enjoy more this experience that you're creating for yourself. I want you to picture a morning 6 months from now. Let's say December 1st. This last 6 months have been the best time of the year for you. How does it feel like to wake up in the morning? You get ready, you walk into your towards your office, you leave your house. How does it feel like walking? Who is walking now? How is your confidence? Feel that energy. Look from those eyes, see from those eyes, feel that body. Everything has worked out for you. You press the button of the lift or get out of your house, sit into the car of your choice. And before you move forward, sitting in your car, you realize you're not waiting for leads anymore. You're not anxious about the market. You already have meetings fixed and you are being asked to reach those meetings. The last month, you've already created the biggest milestone of your life in commissions. In last 7 months, you've already made 1 million dirhams. How does it feel like? And this is the December month, and there's huge pipeline for you. There are people who just want to buy from you. You get into a meeting, you're sitting across from a client, a serious buyer, and instead of hoping they'll decide, you're guiding them, you're speaking, and they lean in. They want to listen to whatever you say. Hear those words, that whatever you tell them we are going to buy. Hear those words. And the client moves forward, takes a decision because they trusted you completely. Feel that confidence. Feel how would you talk as you've closed that deal. How would you shake their hands? Because it's just another deal. Excellent. Remember this feeling. Make this feeling bigger and bigger for yourself. So much so that cannot go back. And you can live from this feeling. Because if you live with this feeling, this future is inevitable for you. With that said, just rub your hands and just put it on your face, and you can open your eyes. Excellent. Did you guys enjoy it? All right. Awesome. Thank you guys for the love. So, just so that I understand you guys better, just taking a quick feedback, what changed for you today? If you would like to complete this one. I realized I've been, the thing that I'm changing tomorrow morning is approach. I love it, Ripin. Thank you. Awesome. Okay, thank you, Wasim. Thank you, Hanifa. You guys make a beautiful future. Just live from that future, but put that effort as well, that investment. Your thought, this is future. This is an investment. More positive approach. Thank you, my identity. Okay, more positive approach. Thank you, Vakas.
Can I ask a question?
Yes, Rishi, go ahead.
So you had said, realtors who are like market dependent, how to shift that out and like, follow that process. Like, so what is an ideal process? And because you had previously said like what made you lose the deal. So it's like I was persistently following up with someone who gave me like they are having a pre-approval and things. But after he talked to his friends, market conditions, he might lose the job. So he's deciding to hold. So like I don't know what to do about it. So that's where like I just wanted to get your feedback and then the process.
Okay. So Rishi, first things first, there are very specific reasons for specific deals to move out. Okay. What can be the reason? I don't know because I don't know the client. Okay. Since you have spoken to the client, you should know their pain points enough that why are they buying? Like you should be dead sure that they would be buying. That sense should make sense. It's not about their pre-qualification. And still the deal cannot go through. I'm not saying that if we know everything, the deal will happen. The deal can still not go through. But the probability of you closing the deal becomes very high if you know why the deal is happening. Point number one. Because when that happens, probably the mortgage didn't go through. Probably they had a pre-approval, but that didn't work. Okay. Probably you knew that they were a mortgage buyers, which you knew. Then you can say, just curious, like you have already a pre this thing. I have someone, we can already do a assessment again, and we can help you get even higher, leverage on equity. I don't know what exactly what they're looking at. So that deal can shift from person to person, things to things. The objective for me right now, because it's very hard for me to make you understand this in a webinar when everybody is there, because everybody has a different clients. Okay. And we are talking generic. Okay. But having said that, qualification and understanding the real reason for them to buy will change the way they will do. And even if they don't buy for a reason, don't spoil relations. Keep them in a loop. Create content. Send them regular updates. What are they looking at? Okay. Okay. So this is something, Rishi, what I would suggest you. I just will take you two more things. I have one option for people who would want to, because I was getting a lot of inquiries back to back for people who wanted to have a 1:1 session with me. So this is a 1 hour session. It's a game plan where it's a 20 minutes belief audit I will do in this. I'll answer your questions specifically to that questions to your clients. I'll also do an energy check, what's really happening and not, and give you the strategy how you should move forward. If you want, you can book a session with me. Here, the only value of my time is the speed. If you book now, within 30 days we can have a call. It'll be 960 dirhams. But if you are stuck in between deals, you don't know, or you are not finding the clarity and you really want to start now, okay, you can book a 1:1 call with me for 2100 dirhams. It's a 1 hour private 1:1 session where you will get a recording also of that session and a complete belief audit. This is for people who want to take their game seriously and want to go down to the next level. If you want that, you can reach out to my team. My team member has put in the number here. So it will just help you position yourselves. This is especially for people who are high achievers. You want to make 2 million, 3 million, 1 million. You don't know whether your strategy is actually right or not. You're thinking it is the right strategy. But if you've not made the money in the past with that strategy, that means that strategy is not the right strategy because you would have made it otherwise. Okay. New market comes with new dynamic shifts. My suggestion is get invested in terms of learning the right things. Okay. That is one of the things. Other thing, you guys are there. I'm anyways answering your questions. Next week, we will be doing a complete webinar on how to generate leads. So you stop depending on brokerages. How many of you want to be part of this webinar? Just so that, okay, cool, Rishi. Thanks for this thing, hands up. Okay. Why this webinar is there? Because we would, you know, this is something which I feel that majority of the people are still depend on the brokerages. They are not understanding. The brokerage is also not understanding actually. You know, even for brokerages who want training for their team, I have trained Danube, manage the management, the company. I have trained multiple realtors in Dubai, agencies. If you really want your agency to get a training, you can reach out to Dave. He'll help you have a 1 hour, 2 hour slot. How do you structure everything so that the brokerages can start making money? How do you do a deal rescue? Because we have very limited agents, we can actually go deep in understanding. So that is another thing. But I will be doing this webinar for lead generation for realtors. Guys, we need to master this. We need to master this. If we just master this correctly, your probability of failing becomes less. So this is what we will be doing. Now I'm open for questions. Yes, so I'll just take the questions one by one. Rishi, I hope I've answered your questions. If not, please let me know and I'll take up your questions. And also, there was one question which gentleman had asked earlier, which I'll be happy to answer now. If you could ask me again, please. The success process. Okay, so Rishi, the success process, there's a whole system that you should create about what exactly I'm going to have a whole webinar about it, but I've created a YouTube video of that. I'll share that video with you. It is about how should a realtor make $1,000,000 plus in commission. Okay, and how should you do? So there are three parts to it. One part is your mindset, the other part is your leads, and third part is your sales. Okay, so how do you structure this correctly? How the leads needs to be generated? How do you do the closing and sales, the follow-up structure? And how do you have the peak mindset so that you are able to show up every day the best version of yourself? And guys, I don't want you beat yourself out. If you are 70% feeling good today, you're feeling 50% good today, show up like that 50%, 100%, because not every day is going to be 100%. But even if you're 50%, show up like the 100% on 50%. Don't give in. Whatever you can do everything. Don't let your shoulders drop. That is why we do this visualization every day where we condition ourselves. Hopefully the Realtor One app gets live by the next week. We are hoping that. And if that happens, all the meditations, affirmations, structuring, the whole system, Rishi, we are putting you in a platter in an app for you, where right from lead generation, follow-ups, the whole structure, scripts, education, even chatting with AI and understanding about how should you have a cold call, all of that thing is going to be part of that app. So the team is working very hard to build that up. We're waiting from Play Store and iOS to give us approval, which we should get it by the first week of May. Hopefully, as that happens, we will have a whole structure for you. Okay. So having said that, I'll share the YouTube link. Yes. So thank you so much, Rishi, for asking this question. Dave will just share it with you. If not today, by Monday, he will share it with you for sure. Milind. Okay. Okay. Saad, how to respond if a okay, you can go one by one, you can just ask me a question just so that I know who's asking this question. If you could just introduce yourself first.
Hi, Mr. This is Vikas. I just
Hi.
wanted to ask a very simple question. First, I need to tell you that I'm Vikas. I'm from Heaven Homes Real Estate. And second, I really appreciate your efforts. You really motivate us, and really, really, I thank you so much for this webinar. And my question is basically, I just wanted to know how to build a trust in one go. And if the client is not answering the questions, if we wanted to know, and mostly the clients are not answering and not replying, they are just vanish. So something like this. So I need to
Okay.
understand what the reason. I think there is something mistake from our side, and what is the minimum time to take up the updates. I mean, one day after the last message, or after some 2 hours or 3 hours. Yes, I need to understand.
Okay. See,
Thank
every
you.
client is different. Understand, Vakas. Thank you for asking this question. Every client is different, first of all. There is no thumb rule for all the clients. Okay. Now, when a client is initially asking for a query, there is a reason why they are asking for that query. If you don't qualify the clients, that time you are just going to go round and round. When you are going to ask, they are not going to revert. Why would they revert at the first go? Because they have a need to understand something from you. If their need is met without them really revealing their pain, they will
Okay.
not answer the questions. once you have answered what they wanted. So the way to move forward here is, if they ask you a question, answer a question. Don't give all the answer, but ask them a question. So,
Okay,
for
I just
example,
wanted to basically I just asked the question, but they are not replying.
no,
So
so
need to.
because you're probably chatting with them. I don't know how you're asking them a question or how the lead was
Okay.
generated. Okay, so for
Okay.
example, if the lead was generated on a property, just so that I understand you better, where is the lead coming from?
I just need a call. Basically, I have a number, so I can call and have a conversation with them. They are said, okay, yes, I'm interested for one apartment in Abu
Okay,
Dhabi in
okay,
around 1 million. So I give the options, and I have a conversation with them on the phone 2 weeks ago, and right now she is still contacting with me. But I sent the option yesterday, but she's not applying yet. So I said, okay, I'm just wait.
okay. But why did you ask? Did you ask them the question? Why are they looking for a thing in Abu Dhabi?
Actually, she was living in before she was living in Dubai and she moved to Abu Dhabi.
Mhm.
So that's why
Okay.
she said I have a option only living in Abu Dhabi, not in Dubai.
Okay. I would want you to go like how Magdi is also saying here. Okay. Uh,
Okay.
Go a little more deeper. Go
Okay.
qualify the client more. Why Abu
Okay.
Dhabi? Why not somewhere else? Have you already seen some options? What is exactly going on? Why do you still want to take a
Mm.
decision now when the market is so bad? Just curious. Go deeper. Nah? Just ask them basic questions and then tell them that
Okay.
you're doing the right thing. Okay, it's
Okay.
you understand the market well. I really appreciate in terms of you having the understanding about how the buyer's market is right now, and that you can get a
Mm.
good deal. This is exactly what people did in COVID times. Just curious, if I may ask you,
Oh,
use the right softeners. Have you done my invisible influence program? It's a free
no.
program.
No. Can you share me the link or something?
So that now that program is not available, but I'll share it to you. It'll be there on the app. Once
Okay.
we go live, you can go through that. You'll get a lot of understanding about how do you build that right rapport with the client. You,
Okay.
it's not no more about pleasing the clients. It's no more about answering the clients. The way to
Mm.
satisfy the client is to control the client today. You
Okay.
cannot control the client if you don't know
Mm.
how to ask questions. Khalas.
Okay. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Okay. So this is what it is. All right. I hope it makes sense. Yes. Who'd like to go next? One more question I'll take up.
Hi, my name is Fatima. I'm from Fem Master Agency. First of all, I want to thank you for such an impactful webinar, which is free for all the brokers. In the moment of regional uncertainty, your guidance truly give confidence to the brokers, which they are facing. You have told before and after the Dubai market was different before the regional tension and after the regional tension. I believe you also uploaded one of the flyer on your Instagram. My
Mhm.
question is that what key shift in strategy would you say is non-negotiable for brokers to succeed in today's Dubai unpredictable market?
Okay. So, Fatima, thank you for asking this question. So, the one strategy which is non-negotiable right now, you have to stop looking at your deals only. You have to start
Mm-hmm.
focusing on building pipeline today, because many people will not convert no matter what you tell them.
Exactly.
So,
And my
what you
fear is not people ghost. My fear is not people ghost. My only fear is that only the fluctuation and uncertainty. If someone will invest today for 5 million and tomorrow their property will not will be appreciated.
okay? So, Uruj, I'll call you Uruj or Fatima.
You can call me Fatima.
Fatima. Okay. So, Fatima, there is a concept, leaders versus saviors. Do you know the concept of leaders
Yes,
versus? Okay.
exactly.
Okay. So there is. I'll ask you a very simple question. Okay. Lifeguard does this. Uh, Coast Guard, lifeguards. Okay. Coast Guard. So there is a ship which has 100 souls. It is drowning.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. There is a helicopter which goes to rescue them. They can only they can only save 5 souls. Who are the first 5 people they are going to save?
Of course, the leaders or me.
Yeah, it's not the leaders they are going to save. It is anyone people who are
Okay.
going to run to them first. So
Exactly.
the idea is that don't try to be the savior of the market. Be the leader.
Mm-hmm.
You have to be extremely selfish today to be extremely generous at some point in life. If you
That's
cannot be,
non-negotiable.
yeah, if you cannot be extremely selfish today in terms of giving the right guidance up to your market standards, being absolutely a specialist without protecting the market, without predicting the market, properties are still being bought and still being sold. The reason for them buying probably might not be 5 million becomes 4 million. Probably for them it would be golden visa, it would be security, it must be parking their capital, it can be 10 other reasons. You are thinking only 5 4 because as realtors we want to give them appreciation, but it is not up to us.
Exactly.
But my focus is don't be a savior here, be a leader.
Okay, all
Don't.
right. You answer my question really well. Thank you so much. And
Correct.
I really, really want that you will visit our Fam Master agency to host all other colleagues of my office.
Fine, you can get in touch with us for that, and we will be happy to do that.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
All right,
God
guys, thank you
bless.
so much for joining in today. We've already gone over time. Thank you, Adnan, for joining in. Like always,
Thank you
wish you
so
all the
much.
very, very best.
Thank
Guys,
you.
take care. Best of luck. We'll see you next week with the lead generation webinar.